built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for that doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
We are here. This is Unfazed with myself, JJ, and my boy AJ. We got a great episode for y'all today, man. I mean, we got some basketball talk today for y'all. A lot of basketball talk. I mean, I know AJ excited. His Lakers, Luka, you know, going to war. He got 40 already in 3 quarters as we speak right now. But I'm doing awesome. I just want to know how my co-host doing. AJ, how you feeling right now, man?
I'm feeling good, man. You kind of spoke to it, man. I feel like I'm out here looking crazy though. My boy got on the Commanders jersey, the Commanders hat. I should have gotten uniform, man, but it's all good. It's all good. I got on like Yankees and like Cowboys colors of all the colors for me to have on right now. It's kind of crazy, you know what I mean? But everybody know what side I rock with, man. It's all about the Philadelphia Eagles and my LA Lakers, and I can't wait to talk about them. I can't wait to talk about my Lakers, boy. I can't wait.
I had to wear the gear, AJ, because you came out with your AJ Birds, and a few people hit me up was like, "Hold up, Joe, you doing an Eagle show now?" I'm like, whoa, partner, whoa, that's AJ show. I was just there for the celebration, so I had to come on and come correct and let everybody know who I represent. I know R2O is green, but we ain't fully green. It's just a little different green, you know. So I had to let everybody know who I'm representing. Yeah, and that's the Commanders. But let's get right to it, man. The Lakers. AJ, this is your squad. The Lakers are on a 7-game winning streak. They just came off a big win against Houston for a tiebreaker. If in the case, not just with Houston, with Minnesota and Denver. That game was really big for the Lakers, and they actually got it. Right now, the Lakers are winning. It's a 4th quarter. I don't know exactly what the score is, but I know last time I checked in the 3rd quarter, your boy Luka had 40 points. And I don't think LeBron playing this game either. So AJ,
he playing.
He playing. Shout
Playing.
out to LeBron James. Dropped on his elbow. I thought he was going to be out for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, AJ, we talked about this before. And I went back and watched it. And I saw when we both said kind of similar things. But the question is, have the Lakers elevated their ceiling since the last time we talked about them?
Joe, the basketball fan in me is going to tell you no, right? Because you might get out of the first round, but in the second round, you might have to see OKC. You might have to see the Spurs, just depending on where you fall, right? But I'm not here to be a basketball fan today. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it, Joe. I'm here to be a Lakers fan and talk about my Los Angeles Lakers. And I'm here to say, hell yes, the Lakers have elevated their ceiling so long as they continue to play this way. Defensive numbers up, offensive numbers up. And I keep going back to this. I said this on the last episode, and I'll say it again today. The X factor for the Los Angeles Lakers is not Luka Doncic. It's not LeBron James. It's not Austin Reeves. One would argue it's Marcus Smart, but I'm not going to make that argument today. It is DeAndre Ayton. If DeAndre Ayton can tap it, he don't like being a Clint Capella. They want me to play like Clint Capella. But if he can tap into that more often than not, the Lakers could be a real threat in the Western Conference if he just focuses on blocking shots, getting rebounds, being a lob threat at the rim, being like a Gafford or being like a Lively that played for the Mavs. If he just focuses on that role, that changes the dynamic of what this team can accomplish and puts it on a whole nother level, Joe. First things first. I want to go in order. Austin Reeves. I got so much respect for Austin Reeves because first couple seasons, he was okay. You seen what he could do, but he hadn't fully tapped into that. The most notable series he had was that series against Memphis where, LeBron started to defer to him a little bit more, allow him to run the offense. And we saw him kind of run the offense, get into the flow of things, gain confidence, right? Last year, we seen his numbers kind of skyrocket a bit as well. He started to progressively get better. The Lakers started to trust him a little bit more, but then they ran up against a buzzsaw in the Minnesota Timberwolves, and it was just a matchup nightmare for him. He couldn't defend on the defensive side of the ball, and on offense, between Anthony Edwards, and Conley, and Jaden McDaniels, and all those guys over there, I mean, they strapped him up all series long. He could not move. He couldn't move. Even when he got in the paint, Rudy Gobert down there, he dominated the paint. Crazy enough, against us, he dominated the paint. And so he struggled all postseason long. But he came into the season and improved his game overall, especially offensively. Defensively, he can still be a little shaky. But he can be scrappy at times defensively. He could jump passing lanes and things of that nature. Shooting better from the tray, shooting better from the field. He missed a ton of time this season due to injury, right? If he didn't miss time, Joe, he'd have been an all-star. He'd have been an all-star had he not missed time, right? So he's playing on another level. Now let's talk about LeBron James. Now, I have been one that's been super critical of LeBron as of late. Super critical. Because I just feel like at this point in time, as a Lakers fan, I'm tired of dealing with LeBron. It's not like an AJ Brown situation where he doing a whole bunch of talking I don't like and a whole bunch of trolling I feel like it. But it's like on the court, it's LeBron. So you defer to LeBron or you expect a certain effort from LeBron. Some games he can go, some games he can't. He takes up so much of your salary cap. You can't build a team around Luka because you got Bron hogging up all his space. But now he has taken the role fully of being just a Swiss Army knife. I'm not looking to score every night unless I needed to. I'm not looking to rebound every night unless I needed to. I'm not looking to defend. Whatever is needed of me on any given night, I will go out there and do. So if I need to run the offense, I'll do that. A lot of times nowadays, similar to the postseason, I'm just focusing on defense and I'll get the fast break points, right? I'll get the breakaway dunks. I'll jump the passing lanes. I'll get the offensive rebound and put it back up. I'll hit the occasional step back three. Shot clock running down, I might hit the turnaround fade. Like, he is now just fully embraced his role. And then you get to the Don. Luka Doncic. Last few games. Let's get this right. 27, 44, 35, 31, 51, 30, 36, 40. Luka Doncic. And I'm going to say it, Joe. Luka Doncic is making a late push for MVP. I said it. I know you went SGA. You know what I mean? I know I mentioned Jaylen Brown. You know what I mean? I know it's a lot of guys. I know K, unfortunately, went down with injury, but K was in the conversation, right? Wemby. Of course. But what Luka is out here doing right now, dominating to the level that he's dominating, hitting shots from the outside, facilitating, getting guys involved, actually making good effort on the defensive side of the basketball. Haven't seen this version of Luka maybe ever. I don't know what has clicked, what has shifted over these last 10 or so games, but he's actually making an effort on the defensive side of the ball. And the last thing I'll mention before I'll pitch it to you, I've been super critical of JJ Redick, but JJ Redick has made adjustments. JJ Redick has played his scrappy players. JJ Redick has given Marcus Smart more burn, and he deserves a lot more attention as well. We see Vando here and there getting a little bit more shine. We see him adjusting that lineup. We see he's got his team playing how they need to play. Now, as far as this ceiling is concerned, I'm nervous about that second round. The first round, it just depends on, like, if you see Minnesota again, I ain't gonna act like I ain't gonna be nervous about seeing Minnesota again, just as we saw what we saw last year. It just is what it is, right? But if you don't see Minnesota and you see the Rockets, a team that we about to talk about pretty soon, right? And you see the Houston Rockets, I got full confidence against the Houston Rockets, and pretty much everybody, even at this point, the Denver Nuggets, I have confidence against the Denver Nuggets as well, the way they have played. Now beyond that round. You play OKC. You play this, most likely in this case, if you stay in the third seed and OKC stays at number 1, you play the Spurs. It get a little shaky. I ain't gonna like it. It get a little shaky. Yeah, because Wemby and them boys is no joke. But when you got a player like Luka playing the way he is playing, Bron playing at the level that he is playing, AR pitching in, and our defense slowly elevate. You know, over the last 10 games, we got the seventh rated defensive rating in the NBA. Now again, is this something that is going to continue? We'll see, because you know the Lakers defense is very hit or miss. So I'm not gonna say the Lakers gonna be a top 10 I'm not, but I'm just saying as of late, I would be lying if I didn't feel as though they have elevated their ceiling, and I give them in a series against the Spurs. Just off of energy, which they have shown me they can have, just off energy and experience, a puncher's chance against the Spurs. And that's all you need. You just need a puncher's chance against a young team like the San Antonio Spurs. This ain't the Warriors of old. This is not OKC that's already won the NBA Finals. This is not even the Denver Nuggets, right, who has a ton of experience. A team that's young, going up against a giant like LeBron, a giant like Luka. Wemby is Wemby. We know how he is, right? And I have a ton of respect for De'Aaron Fox, obviously as well. He has his own playoff experience and is a baller in his own right. But looking at the rest of that team, how do they play when the lights get bright? When you got to go to LA and win maybe a home game or a away game or 2, depending on how your games in San Antonio go. If Luka's hitting on all cylinders and we playing like how we've been playing as of late, I give us a puncher's shot at the Western Conference Finals. I'm just going to say it, Joe. We have absolutely elevated our ceiling. You muted, I think.
AJ,
there you go.
I know people watching right now was like, this man delusional.
Like I said, I tweeted this and I put this in the R2L chat. Luka got my delusion. he got it spiking right now. It's spiking right now. The way he played, he got me like, yo, it's possible. I'm just saying.
But let me say this. I'm drinking the same Kool-Aid. I'm with you.
There it is.
Hey, we're going to agree on this one right here. We're not going to disagree with this one. AJ, now for those who don't know, I'm a Luka Doncic fan. All right? When Luka went to the finals, I picked Luka to beat the Clippers. I picked Luka to beat OKC, number 1 seed. I also came on, I don't think we're doing Unfazed then. Or were we? I did pick Luka to beat Minnesota, and he beat Minnesota. And I picked the Celtics because they just were a better team to beat Luka and the Mavericks. I remember rooting for Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is one of my favorite players too, but he just can't stay healthy. The reason why I like Kawhi Leonard because he just reminds me of Kobe, and that's why I like SGA too. His game is like the mid-range game. I just love that. And watching Kawhi Leonard go against Luka when Luka didn't have as much help as Kawhi Leonard, and being scared of Luka. Like watching them play them, I'm like, this dude Luka is incredible. There's no way. Like, there's no way he could be this good. You tell me this team he got with the Mavericks is going toe-to-toe with the Clippers? What's going on here? I became a believer in Luka Doncic. One thing about Luka Doncic, he elevates his game in the playoffs. What you see right now, expect more. It's just hard to believe. We're talking about a guy who dropped 40 back-to-back games. 40-point back-to-back games we're talking about. Against Houston on the road and now against Miami. 40 and 3/4. Hey, Come on now. So the Lakers are getting right at the right time.
Yep.
And this is the time you want to get because they started off slow, kind of similar to that Mavericks team that went to the finals. They started off slow, but the Mavericks made a couple of trades. The Lakers just got healthy. People forget early in the year, one of the three was always out. Even LeBron was out. LeBron started off the season with an injury. Then
Yep.
when he came back, Luka got hurt. And then Austin Reeves was out. Then Luka came back. Austin Reeves back out. LeBron out. And now they got all. Then they had all three together, but the roles weren't set. You know, like the questions were like, I remember you came on the last episode when we talked about this, and you like, one of y'all gotta come off the bench. And I'm sorry, bro, it gotta be you. You know, shout out to my boy Griffey. He came out and said that LeBron should be the third option and focus more on the defensive side of the ball. And now, guess what? Everybody in the media is saying it now. Shout out to my boy Griffey, right? So, and that's what's going on. LeBron, like that Houston game, I feel like is the perfect example of what the Lakers been looking like these last 7 games in the win streak. LeBron is getting his where he can get his. Austin Reeves didn't really have a good game, but Luka was Luka. You know what I mean? So in this 7-game winning streak, what I like about it is not like the Atlanta Hawks 10-game winning streak when they beating up on the Wizards and stuff like that. We talking about the Lakers. They like that Hawks winning streak. The best team they beat in that winning streak are the 76ers. Like, let's be real. This Lakers win streak, 7 games, about to be 8 when they most likely beat Miami. Rockets twice, Nuggets, Timberwolves, and Knicks. So 5 of the 7 teams are in the top 4 seeds, except for the Nuggets. Nuggets are a top 4-ish seed for real. Their seed is not it, but you get what I'm saying. They are top. They are one of the top teams in the league. So 5 out of the 7 teams they have beaten are in that week trying to go for a championship type of hole, right? So that's a good sample size right there. In those 7 games, the Lakers are 6th in offensive rating, 8th in defensive rating, 1st in field goal percentage, 7th in turnovers, like turnovers given up, which is good. They take care of the ball. Luka Doncic doing that stretch, 38, 9, and 8. Woo! Crazy. Austin Reeves, 23-6. Bron, 25-5, shooting 64%. By the way, like you said pregame, he was 13-14, only missed 1 shot. And shout out to JJ Ajae, the only shot he missed, he flopped. Anyway, right. That was funny. But I agree with you 1,000%. The X factor on this team is DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton in the stretch is 12-9 with 70% field goal percentage. Did you know that the Lakers are 17-3 when DeAndre Ayton has a double-double? Crazy. By the way, I just got a notification on my phone. Luka Doncic in March, 4 games with 40 points or more, 3 games under 30. He got more games scoring 40 than he does scoring under 30. That's crazy.
He is cooking. Bro.
And March is a long month, by the way. But anyway, we ain't at the end yet. But I like what I see from the Lakers. Now, so back to the ceiling part. I think their ceiling is the Western Conference Finals. I don't think they'd be OKC.
Yeah.
OKC got too much depth. They got a guy on the other side who can go toe-to-toe with Luka. And, I mean, I just saw a game. I'm hyping up Luka against the Houston Rockets. I just saw SGA against the Nuggets drop like 35 with 15 assists and 1 turnover. Yeah. What? How is that even possible? So, and hit 2 daggers. He hit a dagger 3, and then they got a 4-point play. He said, I got to do another one. I got you. Has he step back? Another 3. Like, we're talking about the MVP right now. And I'm with you. Luka's making a late MVP push. To be honest with you, he might be number 2.
Yeah.
It's him and Wemby. Because Jaylen Brown kind of took a step back, in my opinion. He did have a 40-point game recently, but the Celtics haven't been like making noise. They had that stretch against the Spurs. That was Jaylen Brown's moment was against the Spurs and the OKC Thunder. He got ejected with the Spurs because of the ref. And then OKC, they just didn't win. He did play well, but they didn't win. You got to win in these MVP races. So that hurt him. And then you got K's situation. He's not going to be eligible for no awards if he missed 5 more games, and he's going to miss at least 2 weeks. So I feel bad for K. I just want to say that. But he is making a late MVP push. He might be number 2 or 3 because he is leading the league in scoring, and they're number 3 in the West right now. And Luka defense, I saw this Luka with the Mavs, and they went to the finals. That year when they went to the finals, he was playing defense. Now I think he's playing a little harder now because he look a little more slim. That's why. But
right.
But last thing I want to say is this: the Spurs, right? I'm with you. I'm a Wemby guy. Wemby to the end. I trust Wemby. I don't think Wemby's going to crumble at all. I think Wemby's going to elevate his game. Wemby is somebody that I can depend on in the playoffs without even seeing him playing in the playoffs. The type of person he is. Like, he's the type of guy that adjusts to the situation. Just seeing him in the All-Star break, seeing him reading a book in the locker room, he has the mentality to overcome stuff like that. Now, the rest of the crew, I mean, there are only 3 guys in our roster that play minutes play minutes on this team on a regular basis. They got playoff experience. Luke Cornett, I mean, let's be real. He's probably the weakest link on the Boston roster that won the championship. De'Aaron Fox, that's my guy, but he never won a playoff series. And Harrison Barnes, who ain't win a playoff series since Steph Curry was babyface assassin. So my thing is that lack of experience playing a team with LeBron on it could be dangerous. But OKC, I think, is too powerful. So I would say their ceiling, yes, it has elevated because they found roads with each other. JJ Redick came out and said, we are at our best when LeBron has a 3rd highest usage rate. Is this a knock on LeBron? I think LeBron is better than Austin Reeves as a player. But for this team, LeBron is better defender, better off ball, more athletic. It just makes sense offensively. And he's smart. Smartest dude in the NBA. People might say Jokic. I say LeBron. And he has most athletic too, right? So he sometimes I be thinking DeAndre Ayton is LeBron. I be looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's DeAndre Ayton.
Right.
So it just makes sense for him to be off ball more, and because Austin Reeves he's better on ball. It's just how it is. And they're gonna be nice on the stat sheet. You would say, dang, LeBron was second best player. Like last thing is Houston. So I would say they ceiling Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, like it's important for the Lakers to continue to allow Austin Reeves to ascend and be comfortable in his role. Be comfortable, like, listen, Austin, we're going to sign you to a long-term extension this offseason. You're going to play alongside Luka and kind of be, not to compare him to Kyrie, but you're going to be kind of be that Kyrie to Luka as you continue to ascend. Like I said, you got to instill that confidence in him now and going forward. Like, LeBron is LeBron, but LeBron is at a stage in his career where he doesn't need to be that guy. He don't need to be a number 2. He don't need to be a number 1 to win a championship. He don't need. It's too much on his body at this point, and it's dang sure too much on his body come postseason time. I'm going to read these numbers off, and then I want to say something after this. You brought up the last 7 games. I want to bring up the last 10.
Okay.
Over the last 10 games, they 9-1. They second in the NBA in field goal percentage. They're second in the NBA in plus minus. They're second in the NBA in net rating. And they're second in the NBA in assist to turnover ratio. Number 1 in the NBA in opponent 3-point percentage. Like they're bringing energy on both sides of the ball. Now, this is my challenge to my Lakers. Because if I'm being transparent, we was here last year. We were here last year. They were the 3rd seed in the West. They had a better record than they did at this point last year. Like they had a better record last year than they did at this point. And I came into the playoffs like they going to the finals. That was my mindset. Like the Lakers, everybody hitting on all cylinders. We can do this week. But then we got to the playoffs and they came out flat. Game 1, they was flat. Game 3, they was flat. I understand that Luka is the type of player that is a dominant player, but at times he kind of got like an old man game. He don't really push the pace that often. You know what I mean? Especially in the playoffs, he slows down all the way. Sometimes it works for you, sometimes it don't. LeBron he can be similar. He can run the floor and things of that nature, but LeBron is naturally an older guy. My challenge to these guys this postseason is to bring the energy every night. There are no back-to-backs in the postseason. There are no back-to-backs. So there's no excuse for these guys. And I get it. LeBron's older. Maybe he don't. But Austin Reeves, Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton, Luka Doncic, whoever else is out there, bring their energy every night and you have a chance to make a serious run. Because believe it or not, you had a chance to make a run last year. You had a chance to knock out the Minnesota Timberwolves. But y'all didn't bring the energy every night. Luka had a game where he was sick and wasn't able to bring it. Game 1, y'all was super flat. It's like, yo, like there were moments where, like, I remember vividly in that series, like LeBron was one of the few guys that brought it every night. LeBron had it on mainly on defense, and then I believe it was game 3. He had like 30 or something going into the fourth, trying to close it out, basically single-handedly, because Luka was sick and Austin Reeves was nowhere to be found. So just the most important thing you could do is bring energy. Because if you can bring the energy defensively, the offense gonna be there. You're gonna score in transition. You're gonna get lobs at the rim. Luka is going to score the basketball. AR is going to score the basketball. Rui can still hit shots from the outside. Marcus Smart could pitch in. DeAndre Ayton could get dumps and lobs. It's there for you. But all you gotta do is bring the energy. All you gotta do is play like you want it. And that's why I absolutely love the fact that LeBron, Luka, and I believe AR are all playing tonight. Cause that shows me they believe.
They serious,
it shows
man.
me they believe. Like, yo, we hot. Let's continue to build this chemistry with the three of us on the floor. Let's continue to ride this way. Because if LeBron don't believe, LeBron ain't playing tonight. You played the Houston Rockets in Houston, not back-to-back, but 2 straight games. I think it was 1 day in between. Then you got a back-to-back. Then you got another game on a back-to-back in Miami. Bron ain't playing. Bron is out there. Luka's out there. It just goes to show, I think JJ finally got in their head. And the last thing I say is, what's working now, use it in the postseason. Don't get in the postseason and all of a sudden DeAndre Ayton ain't on the floor. All of a sudden Marcus Smart don't get no playing time. All of a sudden Vando not good enough to get no tick. Maybe we should same stuff you're doing in the regular season. Make your tweaks and adjustments, but don't do something drastic like play the same 5 guys for a whole second half. Like, come on, like you learned that lesson last year. Bring the energy, have your guys ready to play, and have faith in the team that is presently constructed. Because if you do, you just never know. You just never know, bro. With Luka, like we didn't see Luka do it all in the postseason. So like, let's see what we could do. Let's take off.
I got a chance.
We got a chance. We got a punch of chance. And as a Lakers fan, in this season, that's all you can ask for. And you get a clear opportunity yet again to see what you have. Because LeBron's gone after this season. Unless we make a crazy run, he might be like, you know what? I might stay. That would be kind of crazy. But if LeBron leaves, you have a chance to observe and in this stretch and see what you have in Austin Reeves as he ascends. See if Marcus Smart could give you another year, maybe 2. Do we trade Rui? Do we keep like is DeAndre Ayton gonna be a piece that stays? Does Vando stay? You know, like it's a lot of different pieces that you can kind of look at and observe in this process to say, like, okay, if they play well enough, we can keep these guys and build around it. Or these guys ain't it, we can move on from some of these guys. So
AJ.
Yeah.
Luka got 58, 7, and 9. And LeBron got a triple double.
Yeah, see, bro. We hot right now. We in the Lakers. Let's show in the building. Let's show in the building, man. Like I said, bring this in the playoffs, and the sky is the limit, bro. This guy,
oh my gosh. I don't know how much time left.
Over here, man.
I do know the score 129, 124. I don't know if it's over yet, but he got 58 points, bro. In 37 minutes. Go ahead.
I need to get my hands on a Luka jersey. That's what I need. That's my next thing. I need to go out and get me a Luka jersey, man.
And he's shooting 60%.
Cooking. I can't wait to get. Let's move on, Joe. Let's go. It gets too geek. On the other side of the coin, right? We got the Houston Rockets. And a lot of people were high on the Houston Rockets. Before you go and I pitch it to you, I want to say this, Joe.
Okay.
I don't know if you was around for this, but in the R12 community, there was a conversation last offseason. I ain't forget. There was a conversation last offseason. And the conversation was, if the Rockets trade for KD, the sky's the limit for what they can accomplish. Now I'm gonna get to it in a second, but I just want to say, I hate to say I told you so, but in a way, I understand injuries and everything that's happened. But I told a lot of people so in the chats. I ain't gonna say no names, but we was debating, and I was telling guys, I'm like, listen, KD is KD, but KD not the piece that's gonna take a team that was a first round exit to the NBA Finals. It's just not now. But now we're looking at the Rockets. They just lost 2 back-to-back games to the Los Angeles Lakers. They're kind of sliding while teams are elevating, but they still got KD, and they still got Sengun, and they still got Ahmed Thompson, and they still got a sensational, in my opinion, head coach in Ime Udoka. Like, I'm still a big fan of his. They still got some pieces. So I gotta ask you, Joe, after everything you've seen from the Rockets, potential matchups, do you believe come postseason time they are contenders or pretenders?
Pretenders, man. I think the Rockets are pretenders. Like, first of all, I don't want to get. Let me talk about the Rockets first. The Rockets, what they lack right now is offense. Their offense gets stagnant too much. Are they good defensively? Yes. They were good last year. And like you said, you enter KD to help with the offensive aspect of it. But before I get to KD, the Rockets right now are 22nd in points per game. That ain't going to cut it for a team that's a contender. The Rockets right now in 2026 in the three-point era are 27th in three-point shots made. That ain't gonna cut it in the win a championship in 2026. It's just not. They are 27. If as bad as they are offensively, they are 27th in assists. That's bad. And they're 26 in turnovers. They're just horrible not horrible. They are not good offensively compared to the top contenders. And when I think about Udoka, remember back when he was the coach with the Celtics, right? The Celtics were very scrappy on defense. I mean, I'm talking about they got at your neck. Like they were physical. I remember that series against Milwaukee. They were giving Giannis physicality. He was going 40 and 35 and stuff like that, but he was earning it the hard way. The Miami series, physical. Golden State, physical. They had Draymond second guessing himself.
Yeah.
But you know what I also remember? Turnover this, turnover that. I remember watching the Celtics, and I was doing R2L at the time, and I was on air, and I was saying they like to isolate a lot, drive and kick. It's that simple. Like, I'm going to beat your man one-on-one, and I'm going to kick it out for a 3. Like, they didn't really have too much going on offensively. Udoka is a defensive guy. He's not really an offensive whiz. So, watching KD, when I watch them, I like to use the Lakers game for an example. You go the whole first half, I think, with only 2 field goals. And it's like, what are we doing? This is Kevin Durant. Why is Sengun taking more shots than you? Right? Like, why is Easton taking more shots than you? And then what happened in the third quarter? They got him involved all ball because every time he got the ball, they were blitzing him. So what they did was they got him moving all ball, and he was moving. As soon as he got the ball, he did something. Like, he wasn't stagnant. And I think he outscored the Lakers in the third quarter. He brought them back, and they went up double digits at one point. So when I look at KD, the top 5 teams in the NBA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 19.7 attempts a game. Cade Cunningham, 18.9 attempts per game. Jaylen Brown, 21.6 attempts per game. Jalen Brunson, 20 attempts per game. Wemby's at 16.4, which is lower than Kevin Durant. But he got De'Aaron Fox, who's at 14. You know, De'Aaron Fox is a point guard. Wemby is center. So when I look around the Rockets, I see Sengun. I see the Thompson twin. You know, I'm looking around. I'm like, KD, why are you taking 20 shots a game, bro? Y'all are not good offensively. You're 22nd in points per game. Why are you only taking 17 shots a game when you're Kevin Durant? That's why I hate when people say KD is the most efficient player in the NBA. I hate when people say that because he is, but he don't take enough shots. I always feel like I leave the game watching KD and I say, he should have shot the ball more. Like that Lakers game, why are we waiting until the third quarter for him to turn up? Why are you not turning up early in the game? Sometimes you got to be efficient to win games. Man, like Luka Doncic ain't always efficient. Like that Rockets game, he did. KD probably shot better than him, but they won the game. Luka won the game. Kobe Bryant, my favorite player. People talk about he wasn't efficient, but guess what? He won games. He's the best scorer. So if I'm the best scorer, I need to take the most shots. If I'm the best scorer by far, I need to take the most shots by far. Now, I get it. If there's a system in place, like where you were with the Warriors, you might not take a bunch of shots. But something tells me, because you said it in your opening statement, it was a debate in the chat. I don't remember, so I wasn't in it probably.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you would name drop. You know, I want to know who said it. But tell me backstage.
I'll tell you backstage. I'll tell you backstage.
Tell you backstage. But you said it. Yes. Is KD the missing piece for a first round exit team? And I had to sit back and think about KD's career. And I'm like, yo, if KD don't have another superstar next to him, is he going to win something? Like, can KD carry? Now, KD is much older today, but can he carry a team? At this point, I don't think he can. So they are pretenders. They will not beat the Spurs. They will get mollywopped, I feel like, by the Spurs. I feel like they will lose to OKC also. And I think they will lose to the Lakers for sure. So I don't see them like who the fifth seed right now? Minnesota?
Yeah.
They might be a first round exit again. I don't know. They ain't getting past the second round for sure though. So I'm gonna say pretenders.
Joe, we talking about shot attempts. Right now he has 17.7. Last year he was at 18.1. The year before that 19. The year before that 18. The year before that 16. The year before that 18.
21 times his whole career.
That's not really him, and it's dang sure not him at this point in his career. I want to go back to what you just said. Because you brought up a bunch of players, and I thought you was going to hit on what I was going to hit on, but you didn't. You went to shot attempts. I'm going to go to something else.
Okay.
You said SGA. You said Wemby. You said Jalen Brunson. You said Jaylen Brown. You know what else all of those players have in common, bro? They're young. They're young, bro. At this point in time, the only player in that generation of basketball that I believe could really take a team to a championship, Steph Curry. Steph Curry. And the only reason why I believe in Steph Curry like that is because out of all of them, he's the one that recently won the championship, right? Of all of them. But number two, the pressure that he puts on the defense. Steph Curry is Steph Curry no matter the age because he's shooting the ball from 50 feet and he's moving constantly off ball. That's not LeBron at this point in his career. It's not really KD at this point in their career or anyone else in that class. I told people, and it wasn't just the R2L community, I said KD, as great as he is, KD is not a number one on a championship team. He can no longer be the best player on a championship team. That's not a slight on KD, because I just got through saying the player I believe is the greatest player of all time can't be the number one option on the Lakers right now. He can't. He's not physically capable of doing it. And at the moment, did you just see another Luka stat or something like that?
Yeah, 60, bro.
I knew when you did that. That's what it was. I knew when you did that. That's what it was.
Oh,
but no, okay. But you good. I knew what it was as soon as you said it because I'm over here looking at the score.
That's on Bam too.
see, I'm like, bro,
It's
Luka, I can't wait to go back in and watch. But anyway, he is not able to be a number one option on a championship team anymore, and that's not a slight towards him. He's just at that age in his career. Something else I brought up, you spoke to it. KD was at his best when you had Harden and Russell Westbrook. He was at his best when you had Steph Curry and you had Klay Thompson. He was at his best when the team was already stacked and loaded, and then he came and took you over the top. But they already had superstars in place or stars at the same age that he could grow with. That is not this situation. Sengun, Ahmed Thompson, all them guys are not at that level yet. They are still growing as players. Can they get to that level? Maybe. Especially Ahmed Thompson. I think Dog's a baller. But it's taking him time. He's only a second-year pro. It's going to take him time to grow into the player they need him to be. Sure, he can attack the basket. He can defend like no other, but he can't shoot to save his life. No. And that's something that he has to work on. Sengun, he's here one game. He's gone the next. He reminds me of, the New York Knicks. You don't know what you're going to get from him. One day he gonna ball, the next day he not. So a lot of it falls on Kevin Durant to carry the offensive load. And the moment you double team KD, he gonna turn the ball over or he gonna pass the ball to someone who can't make a perimeter shot. These are things that I said initially. Now I will say this: it is unfair to have this conversation and not bring up the fact that Fred VanVleet is out. Because Fred VanVleet makes a huge difference. You take the ball out of KD's hands a little bit more, so he's not on the ball a little bit, as much. He comes from in front of the defense. Now he can go to that low block. He can run that baseline a little bit. He could be not Steph, but KD can move here and there off ball too, get to his spots, rise up and shoot. That is more so KD's game, opposed to bringing the ball up and getting doubled at half court, getting trapped off the pick and roll. He's at his best when he's surrounded with shooters. That's when KD is KD. Right now, without Fred VanVleet, you don't have no shooters. Can't nobody space the floor. KD is the shooter. He is the scorer. And I think that's the issue with them. You don't have a floor general right now, right? And you don't have anybody that can space the floor when they take the ball out of KD's hands. On top of that, I think we also got to mention the fact that Steven Adams got hurt, and him being out to start the year for the most part has been a big time miss as well. Right, that because now Sengun down there banging, trying to get boards, trying to fill that role also while playing his role, and it's been okay. He ain't been bad this season, but it's better when you have somebody down there in that paint that can get those offensive rebounds, get those putbacks, really bang down low, and make it a little bit easier on your bigs. So I'm not gonna act like them missing those players means nothing, because those are two staples. Fred VanVleet and Steven Adams are two staples with this team that they need. That they absolutely need on both sides of the basketball. But I stand by, I called it from the jump, dropping KD in with this basketball team, right? It's not going to take you from the first round to the NBA Finals. I know what it looked like, right? It's different when you got a young team with a head coach that has some experience in the NBA Finals. They all believe in each other. They all play off of each other. They have similar games. They look different. They play different. But now you take out one of those young pieces in Jalen Green and you insert a legend like KD, and it shifts everything. They get a ball to KD and they just watch him.
Yeah.
What he gonna do? What he gonna do? And then he comes off the ball and they just like, oh snap, 5 seconds left. What? And it's like turnover. Something happens. It's like, yo, like it's all bad. And then even when KD doesn't have the ball in his hands and he's off the ball to start the possession, they literally play your turn. Kendra Perkins said this. They literally play your turn, my turn basketball. Okay, Ahmed, you attack the basket, see if you can score. Okay, KD's your turn. Let's see if you can get a bucket. Okay, Sengun, your turn. Let's see if you. Nobody's moving. Nobody's putting any type of pressure on the defense. And whoever has the ball 9 sides of the 10 is in a position on the basketball floor where 10 eyes is on them at all times. And not even the best can score under those type of circumstances. So at the end of the day, I agree. The Rockets are contenders. They could be contenders potentially if Fred VanVleet was available and Steven Adams was available. I still think though, come postseason time, they're still. And I said this last year. After the first round, it's over with. After the first round, it's over with. That's just where I stand.
Yeah.
That's just where I stand. And that was before the season started. Now? Oh, they won and done. They won and done.
Yeah. It's like the point guard aspect of their team is so crucial, and it shows up a lot in the fourth quarter. The turnovers start to pile up. They have a negative plus minus in the fourth quarter because they don't have a facilitator or a leader. I don't want to be that guy that say KD ain't a leader, but Fred VanVleet for sure is a leader though.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, he's a leader. He was a leader last year in the playoffs. He was the only one that was consistent and showed up. And he's that point guard that can settle things down. They do not have that. They have Reece Shepard, but he's more of a scoring type guard. He's not like a facilitator. He's what you thought Dillingham could have an opportunity to be. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm glad he with the Bulls. He gets opportunity now. But they don't have a point guard. So, and like you said, KD is like, here, KD here. Go. And that's where I'm like, it's where Udoka comes in for me. You got Sengun, who's a terrific passer. So why won't they, like, when we had Sabonis, we did a lot of the dribble handoff with Sabonis. Like, you know, and like Sabonis wasn't our best player, Fox was, but we ran the offense, like the easy offense through Sabonis, and everybody ate. Why can't we do something like that with Sengun? Sengun is a great passer, great decision making, all that stuff. But I put that on Udoka.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. I told them, Joe, and we're gonna talk about it off air. But I told them when you insert KD in there with a young team, if he was with a team with a bunch of veterans, it's different. Like if he went back to, and I said it looks different if he goes back to Golden State. It looks different before the Heat traded Jimmy Butler away. It looked different if he playing with Miami. It looked different with a group of veterans. It ain't gonna look like that with the young guys, bro. The young guys look up to you. The young guys look at you like you are Kevin Durant. You're a legend to them. So they gonna give you the ball and say, "Well, let's see what KD does today." And that is what we have seen. And then KD gets frustrated, and it's like, man, y'all do something with the ball while I sit back and watch. And you can see the frustration, game in, game out. And then like their defense, like I said, is very hit or miss as well. So. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of is what it is. It kind of is what it is with the Rockets. I mean, I still think, you know, if they elevate, maybe if Ahmad Thompson can elevate in the postseason, if Sengun can elevate, and those guys can take some pressure off KD in the postseason, it could look different if KD can slide into his natural role as a natural born scorer. But like, without shooting, you need shooting in the postseason. Ain't got nobody that can really space the floor like that.
Him and Reece Shepard.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like it gets ugly. Now I want to say this. We got a Philly fan in the comments, and I was just about to tell bro in the comments like, yo, I got an Eagles pod. We Eagles brothers. We gonna talk about the Eagles. I see you in this comment section talking spicy, and I just want to say, if you don't care for Woods' takes, why are you here? that's all. If you don't care for the takes, why are you here?
I think this brother
that put up to be there. You don't have to be here.
I think this brother put up that be going on Hurts. I think.
Oh yeah, see, bro, don't even need, see. He really don't need to be around.
I don't know. It might be him. I don't know. There's a Philly fan with the same Eagles logo that pops up in the R2 show, and he be killing Hurts, bro. Like,
yeah, see somebody like that. So, see, I can see now why we wouldn't get along. You know what I'm saying? Because real Eagles fans that's been around through the gutter and seen it all, have nothing but respect for Jay Hurts because he's delivered us our second championship in franchise history. You know what I mean? Real Eagles fans understand that. Real Eagles fans understand we've never seen a franchise quarterback wear our colors win a championship. You know what I mean? Yeah. But my thing is, for anybody watching, if you don't like Woods' takes or AJ's takes, you don't like JJ's takes, you ain't got to be here. You ain't got to be here. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say.
But I got something to say. I want to ask you a question. Denver Broncos. They made a trade with the Miami Dolphins, and they kind of gave up a lot. They gave up a first-round pick for this year, a third-round pick, and they swapped fourth-round picks with Miami for Jalen Waddle. They got another receiver to pair with Cortland Sutton. We all know they went to the AFC Championship game. They beat Buffalo. They were the number one seed in the AFC. They dethroned the Chiefs. But then Bo Nix get hurt, and they almost win the game and get to the Super Bowl without Bo Nix. So now with the new addition, what they have with Jalen Waddle, they led the league in sacks last year. They got an elite defense. They got arguably the best cornerback in the NFL. Now they have another receiver, another weapon to add to that offense, ran by Sean Payton, who usually don't make trades like this. AJ, should the Denver Broncos be favorites in the AFC?
Absolutely. I believe absolutely. As we stand today, they should be the favorites in the AFC. Now, you could throw some teams out there. Obviously, Baltimore belongs in the conversation. Obviously, the reigning defending AFC champions, New England Patriots, especially if they get A.J. Brown, that shifts things, they should be in the conversation. The Buffalo Bills with DJ Moore absolutely belongs in the conversation. And if Patrick Mahomes comes back and he's Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs got to be in the conversation as well. That's just what it is. You could even throw teams in there like Jacksonville. There's other teams in there you could throw in there that could potentially be in the mix. But this Broncos team was already formidable. This Broncos team was already legit. Bo Nix is taking that step, right? This defense is not going anywhere. This defense is going to be on another high level, just like it was last year and the year before, this upcoming year as well. And now you add a guy like Jaden Waddle to this team that can really space it out, be that deep threat opposite of Cortland Sutton. Like the way the Broncos played this past season was like the defense is going to carry us, and our quarterback is going to make the plays necessary to win games. He might not, almost like Jalen Hurts, almost similar to the fit. Like this defense is going to go crazy, and then when we need to make a play, our quarterback is going to make that play. We might have to come back in games. We might have to just hang on for a win, whatever the case may be. But that formula got them all the way to the AFC Championship game before he got got hurt. All the way to the AFC Championship game before. So the way I see it is this: you could make the argument they win the Super Bowl. You could make the argument the Broncos win the Super Bowl if Bo Nix doesn't get hurt, and I wouldn't refute that argument too much, especially given how Seattle played in the Super Bowl. Like you could, because Seattle did not look good in the Super Bowl. Seattle's defense did. Seattle's offense was hit or miss, and the Broncos' defense is better than pass defense. So you could make the argument Bo Nix makes a few more plays, right, in the Super Bowl than Drake May, and they win. Now I don't know. I'm not saying I would make that argument. I'm just saying an argument could be made, and it will be kind of hard to refute it, given what we've seen from the Broncos in the postseason. And then again in the regular season, I think they was a team that was kind of slept on because they won ugly so many times, but this team was undefeated. This team rattled off, I don't know, what was it, 13, 14 games straight, something along those lines. Like they balled all season long. And so, yes, I have a ton of respect for the Ravens and what they have done, but I've now seen a few too many seasons where they fall short. I'm sorry. I've just seen it. You add Trey Henderson, I think that helps your defense. You need a receiver more than you need any, in my opinion. You need a receiver more than you need anything on defense. Because the thing about the Baltimore Ravens defense is it might start slow, but it always end the season strong somehow. They always figure it out. And they always seem to end the season on a high note on the defensive side of the football. Offensively, you need another weapon come postseason time for Lamar Jackson. You just do. You need a let's just say a AJ Brown, or let's just say a Jalen Waddle, or somebody else that can space that field out to make it easier to run the ball and make it easier on Lamar Jackson to take off and run and throw the football. And you need offensive line help because that offensive line was abysmal last season. So they still have questions on offense for me to say that they are the favorite in my opinion, right? The Buffalo Bills are the Buffalo Bills. I don't really have anything negative to say about them. I just like the Broncos a little bit more right now. And I think they got that confidence. And I think there is a chance that the Bills miss their window. Like I said, the Chiefs, I just got to see Pat healthy again. If Pat healthy again and they look like the Chiefs automatically become the favorites. And I already said this about New England. New England missed their window. I just, and I believe if they get AJ Brown, that shifts things. But I still think they missed their window. I still think they missed their window, Joe. I think they're going to have a hard time getting out of this AFC with or without AJ Brown this upcoming season. And so, yeah, if I, like I said about the Celtics, if I had to put my money on the AFC team right now with Jalen Waddle over there now to play up beside Sutton, yes, I'm picking the Denver Broncos. With that defense, that quarterback, that passing game, I'm picking the Denver Broncos.
No, they shouldn't be favored. Oh, we finally disagree with something. I was shocked you said that. Now, last year was a weird year, and you can agree to that. It was a weird year. You know, you had the Jaguars ascending, the Broncos #1 seed, the Patriots get Super Bowl with Drake May. Like it was a weird year. Now look at the Broncos last year. Who did they beat in their conference that was considered a good team? They lost to the Colts. They lost to the Chargers. They lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Got spanked. The only team they beat Houston by 3, and they beat Mahomes. That's it. So Mahomes was struggling all last year, though. They won a lot of games with a small margin. That's number 2. Number 3, their quarterback, no disrespect to them, is Bo Nix. I'm sorry. Their defense is not, their defense is elite, don't get me wrong, but it's not all world to the point where they should be favorite over everybody else, the powerhouse in the AFC, the Lamar Jackson and stuff like that. Now, we might look at the Ravens and say, oh, their defense, they fold at the end of every year. We got to think about it. It's a new head coach there, a defensive-minded head coach. John Harbaugh is a special teams coach. A special teams coach. And he has Zach Orr as a defensive coordinator when all the Ravens fans were crying for this dude to get fired. That's number one. And number two, Lamar Jackson was hurt second half of the year. And you can tell just by his play. He was an MVP before he got hurt. And then he gets hurt. You can't even recognize him. Barely ran the ball and stuff like that. So do I think they need another receiver? I feel like Zay Flowers is like a Jalen Waddle for real. So when I look at DraftKings and they got the AFC winner odds, number one is Buffalo, tied with the Ravens. Number three is Kansas City. And you're going to like this right here. Number four, the Chargers, who went and got Mike McDaniel, by the way, I think that would help him. But would I make them favorites? No. Then it's Houston. And then it's Denver and Patriots tied. So they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are tied at sixth place, Broncos in New England. So the Broncos, man, it's like they went all the way to the Super Bowl, bro. They beat the Bills. That's it. Like they were the number one seed. I get it. Josh Allen threw like 5 turnovers, and they almost still lost the game. So like it's like that's like a game when I look at it like, bro, you forced all these turnovers and you still almost lost. I don't know how I can look at that. I can't look at you as a favorite in that situation. Am I going to bank on you to force 5 or 6 turnovers against Josh Allen to get in the playoffs to win that game? It was the overtime that game, by the way. So, and no, I'm not going to put – now, you have valid reasons for the Chiefs because Patrick Mahomes is hurt. I understand with that. You have valid reasons with do you with the Bills? I don't know. You know, now they added another receiver. You know, they get back. And the Ravens, bro, I know it ain't the playoffs, but every time they saw Bo Nix in regular season, he got spanked. So if the Ravens meet the Broncos in the playoffs, give me the Ravens this year for sure. So no, the Broncos should not be favorite. Too much pressure for a young team like that.
See, I can't.
Like that last year.
See, I can't go with them narratives, Joe, because those narratives were killed last season. We can't say they didn't really play nobody all season, Joe. They played and they beat the Texans. They played and they beat Philadelphia. They played and they beat the Green Bay Packers. They played and they beat the Chargers. 4 playoff teams.
The Chargers rested their players when they beat them.
Okay. So at least 3. Yeah. At least 3 playoff teams that they beat before the playoffs. Now, you can say, oh, well, the Eagles wasn't the same team, and, oh, Green Bay looked different around that time, or maybe the Texans wasn't the same team, and that's all fine and dandy. You went up against a hungry Buffalo Bills team, a hungry Josh Allen squad that felt like this is the year. No Pat, no Lamar, right? You ain't got – it's just me out here. It's just Josh Allen. I could carry us over the top against a team that's led by Bo Nix. We should be able to beat them in advance to the AFC Championship game. And then you beat them too. And in the playoffs, Joe, you know this better than anybody. It don't matter how you win in the playoffs. I don't care if you got 10 turnovers and you win by 1.5. I don't care if you got no turnovers and you win by 0.5. It's about winning in the postseason. The Buffalo Bills would have been a tough out for anybody, no matter who they played or how they played. Nobody in this playoffs is going to smoke the Bills in either conference. I don't care if you pull Seattle. I don't care if you pull New England. It don't matter who it would have been. Josh Allen was going to give anybody a run for their money. No matter if Josh is turning the ball over or not, we know Josh good for some turnovers. He knows how to recover and make plays. And they made plays down the stretch. It just so happens that the Denver Broncos made more. That defense forced turnovers, right? And Bo Nix and the offense capitalized on those turnovers. Can we say, they're going to force Josh Allen into a bunch of turnovers again in the postseason? Maybe not. But does that automatically mean the Bills are going to beat them? Not necessarily. Just because you don't force turnovers don't mean you can't get stops. Don't mean you can't get 3 and outs. Don't mean you still can't make plays on the defensive side of the ball. The Broncos again, one of the best defensive teams in the National Football League. This defense is fully capable of getting stops and keeping games close, even without turnovers. They did it almost all year. So I'm looking at this Broncos team right now. I was in that camp at one point. I can't believe in them because of Bo Nix. I can't believe in them because of how it looks. But Joe, them boys was still winning. And whatever it took, they found a way to win. We had questions about them going to the postseason. Are they going to be able to score enough? They put up 33 points against Buffalo. Granted, Buffalo don't have a juggernaut defense, but you still, if you would have told me going into that game, Josh Allen was going to give you 30, I'd have said Buffalo probably winning that game because the Broncos ain't scoring 30 plus, and they went out there and gave you 33 to win that game in OT. So the way I look at it is, Bo Nix is clutch, bruh. All last year he was clutch. It might not be pretty. It might be ugly, but the way they play is kind of built for the playoffs. Like, this game is gonna be ugly, it's gonna be grimy, it's gonna be gritty, but we gonna grind out a win. They did it all season long. They did it in the playoffs when it mattered most, and then they lost their starting quarterback. And even when they lost their starting quarterback, they still could have went to the Super Bowl without him. They still could have beat the Patriots and went on to the bowl without Bo Nix. Come on, bruh. At some point, we got to put respect on this Broncos team that just got a lot better with the addition of Jalen Waddle. The offense got a lot better with that piece, bruh. And we can't sleep on that. We cannot sleep on that.
See, you made a statement. It don't matter how it looks. It's how did you win?
In the playoffs.
I can say the same thing about the Patriots. Bro. But yet the Patriots window is closed. So, like, when I look at the Patriots and the Broncos game, first of all, it was a blizzard. And do I think if Bo Nix was in there, they would have blew out the Patriots? No, we probably got the same type of game, but the Broncos probably would have squeezed it out at the end. But it would have been the same type of game. So, like, those two teams that made it to the AFC Championship game, bro, I looked at both two teams. I don't see them as I'm going to just put them as the favorite the next year. Because how you win also matters on how I'm going to project you about next year.
If Bo Nix plays, how does that game look?
They probably win, but it's not going to be no blowout because the Patriots defense is good.
The Patriots and the Broncos, in my opinion, I don't want to be disrespectful to the Patriots, but the way the Patriots looked in the postseason compared to how they looked in the regular season was completely different. The Broncos looked like the same team in the regular season as they did in the post. Whatever needed to happen for them to win, they went out there and did. The Patriots went from Drake May went from all pro to abysmal in short order, bro. He looked and again, they did win whatever was necessary. He also made plays down the stretch.
But if we talk about 3 games to Bo Nix won, though.
That's true. But again, if we're talking about how a team look, the Patriots. I don't want to be Teddy like this. I know Teddy is going to see this and hear this.
The Chargers game, though, in the first half, it was ugly, but you could see why, because first playoff game. But then after that first half, Drake May turned up.
The Patriots was a team that I can't compare to the Broncos because the Patriots had the easiest schedule since '99. They had the easiest schedule since '99.
Can't fight you on that one.
So going into the playoffs, they hadn't played nobody for. Yeah, they played Buffalo. They did beat Buffalo. I give them Buffalo because that's the one team I'm pinpointing come playoff time that the Broncos beat. So I give them that. But outside of Buffalo, they didn't have a Philadelphia or a Jacksonville or a Texans or any team like that they had beat like that.
Yeah.
You could throw the Buccaneers in there, but the Buccaneers proved to be suspect, right? Like, there's as a Bucs fan pops up in the comments. Don't disrespect to the Buccaneers.
I know you like seeing Eagle fans, but you don't like seeing us though. My bad, bro. My bad. Go ahead, AJ.
That's hilarious. But no. They hadn't played anybody literally all season long, and then they got in the playoffs, and it looked like they hadn't played nobody all season long because the defense was balling, but offensively they was suspect the whole ride. When they got to the AFC Championship game, I looked at them. No, scratch that. When they got to the Super Bowl, I looked at them, no disrespect to them, and I picked them to win. But I looked at them as a team that didn't belong there. Like, no disrespect to them. But given how they looked given the teams they played in the regular season, and then given how they played in the playoffs, I'm like, bro, the Patriots dang near don't belong here. Just look how they look. And then it showed in the Super Bowl. No one can convince me that the Broncos look the same way in that Super Bowl. They might not win, but Bo Nix ain't playing. Bo Nix is clutch. He ain't playing like that with the lights at his in his brightest.
He don't play with jitters either. Bo Nix don't play with jitters. He just
Bo Nix go out there and give you 3 picks, but if the game's still on the line, he gonna make the play.
He just not as good as the better quarterbacks, but he is mentally he's there though. I give him that. Drake shows some jitters.
Exactly. And now you got a player in which you could throw him a slant or a screen pass, he could take it to the house. You could throw him the deep ball, he could take it to. You got a game changer on offense now. I just think that instantly makes their offense, which was their weakest link, their offense in their pass game instantly got a lot better. Obviously, Waddle got to stay on the field. He got to be healthy.
Yes,
right?
that's key.
That's a big thing. But if he's healthy and he's on the field, that instantly changes the dynamics of their offense. And if their offense can give you 23 to 24 a game, it's gonna be lights out. Because defense is for real.
I will say this, that Sean Payton fired 2 coordinators, his offensive coordinator and somebody else, and him and Bo Nix had that little issue with his own injury.
Yeah, that was weird. That was super weird.
His info. So let's see how that play out next year also with the whole camaraderie, all that stuff. So, but I just can't say, for 1 year, I'm going to say they the favorites of the juggernaut of the AFC, bro. The AFC got like guys that just had bad years last year. Like literally, like, do I expect all these good teams that I'm used to seeing every year in the AFC to not bounce back? Like literally all of them. And and they all made a change. Like the Bills went and got a new head coach. The Ravens went and got a new head coach. The Chiefs went and ran, got Airbnb and got Kenneth Walker. Like it's go ahead.
I got a question. Because after what I saw this past year, I'm not sure if I feel the same way about the AFC in its totality. Do the AFC have a lot of juggernauts? Or do they have a juggernaut?
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
They got quarterback talent.
They got quarterback talent. But they don't have teams that are juggernauts. And the quarterback talent has not proven not one time, even in the year without the real juggernaut, that they good enough to get to a Super Bowl.
I mean,
a ton of quarterback talent. Lamar obviously can play. Josh Allen is that.
That's John Harbaugh, man.
I mean that, and that's fair. He's gonna be gone. So we're gonna see now. John Harbaugh ain't throwing them picks and fumbling that rock either.
No, and no, against the Steelers, that's John.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But like, even if they made it, they weren't going to the Super Bowl.
I don't know, man. This was a year.
They weren't going, bro.
It wasn't nobody, bro. We all kept saying, if this is a year for you to get this, like it was no real competition in the AFC. Like we looked at the Jaguars, the Broncos, and the Patriots.
Think about we can't say a team that missed the playoffs by losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers. If they'd have got in, they'd went on the run.
But they struggle with the Steelers. It's a rival. It's a division rival.
I get all of that.
You know
but you're not who we think you are if you can't beat the Steelers with the money on the line to get into the dance, bro. You're as a team. I
feel that, man. But I think this year gonna be different though.
I like the adjustments that the Bills. I like the DJ Moore move a lot. I like the fact that the Ravens have a new head coach. But what I'm saying is, I think in this AFC it's gonna get interesting because now you got young quarterbacks with like Bo Nix coming into this season with Waddle. He gonna be confident that he could go out and beat a Josh Allen. He gonna be confident. I could go beat a Pat. I could go beat a Lamar. Like Once you have that confidence that you're that guy, I was just in the AFC Championship. If I'm Bo Nix, I'm thinking to myself like, man, last year was my year. I just got hurt.
I like
You know what I
Waddle,
mean?
bro, but Waddle ain't like AJ Brown up like that.
No.
Let's not get over our
But
heads.
see,
Okay.
and I agree. What I'm saying is he don't have to be. What I'm saying is he's just another threat out there on the field with Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton, one of the more underrated receivers in football, in my opinion. He a solid. I mean, he was killing my dog Q. Lord have mercy. That was
Yeah, he be having his moments. I be like, what the world?
that was rough. I'd take the glasses off on that one. That was it was tough. It was tough. You know what I'm saying? So Cortland Sutton has he got my respect. He one of the more underrated receivers in the league. And when you pair a big body receiver like him up with a Waddle, all I'm saying is he might not be AJ, but that makes your offense better. And I don't think their offense needed to be that much better because this defense is just that dominant. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and again, Pat got to get healthy. But those are the two quarterbacks that you're looking at to kind of take the mantle if Pat is not around. And they haven't really proven against the best of the best, especially defensively, they are able to elevate to that next level. Bo Nix has shown me I got a chance to get to a Super Bowl, bro. I'm just saying, bro. And I'm not saying that they're better players. I'm not saying Bo is better than those two guys by any stretch. I'm almost ready to say, though, with the money on the line, Bo is clutch. I don't know, bro. I know what I saw in that Bills game. I know what I saw our regular season.
The Broncos had a clutch year. The whole year they were clutch.
That's what I'm saying. The Bo we saw in the regular season is the same Bo we saw in the play. Bo was even better in that postseason game against Buffalo. So I don't know, man. I don't know. The Patriots have to go get AJ Brown. Let's be clear. They have to go get AJ Brown. I think the Ravens have to get a receiver. I think the Bills are in position to make. I don't think the Bills really need to do nothing else. They just Josh gotta elevate and take care of the ball when it matters. I think the Bills will be fine. But I look at these other teams, like they gotta make moves in order to take that AFC crown.
If the Ravens getting a receiver,
we having a whole nother conversation.
I don't think they need a receiver for real. If they defense just plays well, I think they'll be straight.
Say that, Joe. We seen their defense play well. They held the Chiefs.
But they got 17. A new, bro. I'm telling you, John Harbaugh, bro. The fact how they implode as a team.
That's fair.
Like, come on, fair. Mark Andrews dropping a game tying catch, bro.
That's
you
fair.
Missing a 40-yard field goal to win the game to go to the playoffs. Come on, bro. Like little stuff like that. It's like there's no way. I gotta look at the coaching, bro. It's something's wrong with that. We gotta get new coaching here. Like,
that's
come on.
Fair.
Man. So
I gotta see them do a little bit more, but I get it.
Like, bro, like against the Bills, Lamar Jackson, he had on 2 turnovers in the first half. Then he brought them back. He was on a drive to take the lead. Mark Andrews fumbled,
yep.
Then they get a field goal. Lamar still takes them all the way down, and then Mark Andrews drops. First of all, they should let Mark Andrews go to the Giants and carry Isaiah Likely.
No, facts.
But
100% facts.
So we'll hey, football season is long. Look, for Unfazed, Titans. Who was your team? I said Titans, and you said
as far as what?
We talking about head coaches, and I said I bet you the Titans will have a better record than.
Oh.
Who's your team? Who's your
I think
team?
it was the Giants. The Giants,
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm killing John Harbaugh.
Right.
I'm write that down. We got the Titans versus the Giants next year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now we got Broncos #1.
Yep.
All right, man. Let's wrap this up, man. This is a good episode, man.
It was.
We agreed on both of the topics, the first 2, and then we just started clashing the last one.
Right. I figured that would happen.
You shocked me. I'm not gonna lie. When you said yes, I was like, what?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Shout out to everybody that's watching, all 70 of y'all. We appreciate it. If you can, just hit the like button on whatever platform you're watching this on. But whatever platform you're watching this on, migrate to YouTube if you can. We put most of our content on YouTube. You can either my channel or AJ's channel. You can see on the top of the screen, Refuse to Lose Sports or Timeout for Timeout. Mm-hmm. So shout out to everybody that's watching on both platforms. Man, y'all see what I'm doing? Commanders. I like what we doing so far in the free agency. Let's see what we do in the draft. 49ers, I get it. Brandon Ayuk did y'all dirty. But come on, man. Just let the man go. And I do want to say this. Draymond Green came out and tried to kill the Warriors fans, because they want him traded. And what I don't like about Draymond Green saying stuff like they were losers, kind of like throwing it into the Warriors' face that y'all were nothing before I came. He gotta stop saying that. If anything, say before we came. Say that before we came. And number two, they appreciate you for who you were. But for what the team needs now, you need to provide either more or go help recruit more. One of the two. You either got to go bring over a superstar or you got to develop something and become a co-superstar with Steph Curry, which we know it ain't going to happen. And that's why they want to get rid of you, because the problems you cause is not worth, the headaches you cause is not worth the record that shows on the team. And we all saw what happened when Clay and Steph got hurt. Y'all were in the lottery, second overall pick. So pump the brakes, be more humble, and just say, you know what? I got to be better. I'm not living to my own expectations. Warriors fans, you could count on me to give you my all. We would do X, Y, Z. But to kill your Warriors fans who root for y'all, I can't stand when people do that. Show some more appreciation, man. They appreciate when you was winning, but you got to realize you got to be winning. If you're not winning, they want to win. So I just want to get that out there. And my Kings, AJ the Bastard, 35 points in the first round. I think they lost, but hey, we cool with it. Go ahead and rest your body up and get ready to get drafted by the Sacramento Kings.
Hey, man, my final words, man. Shout out to everybody watching on the R12 channel, everybody watching on my channel. We appreciate all the viewership, all the comments, everyone, even the hater comments. We appreciate it all. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Like Joe said, migrate over to YouTube and do everything I just said again. Like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. Leave a comment. Let us know. Even give us topics. Y'all want to hear stuff that we want to, you know what I mean? Y'all want to hear us talk about things that you want to hear about? Let us know, and we'll get to it on the next episode, man. First thing I want to say outside of me saying appreciate always doing the show with my boy JJ Joe Jordan. It's always a pleasure. Always a fun episode when I get to, link up with my guy and do the pod. Duke Blue Devils, don't do this to me this year. Don't do this to me. Not this year. Not this year, bro. I'm in a few brackets this year. I'm in a work bracket and I'm in an R2L bracket. And I'm checking the score at work. I'm seeing y'all down at half to the 16th seed. I can't even name the school. I forgot the name of the school. Y'all, I don't need this from y'all. I don't need this year. Come out and play like the best defensive team in this tournament. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. Let's not do that. That's the first thing I want to say. Get that out the way. It's the first thing I want to say. Let's get it together. Now, Lakers. I like what I see. Luka just dropped a 60 burger, okay? Now, I don't like what I saw on the defensive side of the ball because I gave up 126 points. I don't like that. That's one of them hit-or-miss defensive games, but I get it back-to-back. I understand energy might not have been there. But keep doing what you're doing. Luka running the show. Austin Reeves being number 2. LeBron filling in, do what he need to do. You love to see it. The sky is the limit so long as y'all come out, play with energy, and Luka is Luka this postseason. The sky is the limit. Just got to put that out there. Eagles. Number one, Eagles fans, y'all already know, man. AJ's Birds. I'm dropping fresh episodes. I'm dropping reels. Y'all just make sure y'all tune in. At AJ's Birds on Instagram. My TikTok is still AJ2K, so y'all make sure y'all tune into that. And the YouTube channel, as you can see, is at the top of the screen. I got my green screen. I got my dog. He told me backstage he gonna make me a background. Listen, it's about to get spicy. And we got a lot of stuff to get to. A couple moves have been made. I'm hearing AJ Brown. He out of the building come June 1st. So it's a lot to get into. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to that. But outside of that, Eagles fans, trust Howie Roseman. Trust Howie. If you don't trust nobody else aside of QB1, because you need to trust QB1. I mean, the resume speaks for itself. But if you take him out of the equation, Howie Roseman has a plan. You see, he just went out there and got Hollywood Brown. He'll say he got a speedster out there to be a number 3 receiver. In my opinion, might be a bit of an upgrade from Dotson. In my opinion, You know what I mean? I think just off the numbers and what he's accomplished, I think he is a bit of an upgrade over. He's more of a speedster. Dotson is more of a technician. So, and I do think Dotson had a bit of a higher ceiling, but that's a conversation for another day. I like the move to get Hollywood Brown in the building, get that speed out there. It's clear that this offense, we want to be fast, and I like that. I like to see that. And do you probably go draft the receiver, you know what I'm saying, high in the draft, probably make him your number 2 receiver, and we rock out from there. How are we going to do what he do on the defensive side of the ball? Like, he just freed up a bunch of cap space. I think we like top 7 in cap space out the blue. I mean, just like I said, trust in Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman to figure this offseason out, forget all the talk, and tune in to AJ's Birds. And I'll just bring you that fresh content, that refreshing content. You might not like what I say all the time, but it's always going to be real coming from a real Eagles fan, all right? That's all I got to say about that. But like usual, man, Joe, I'm feeling good. It's been a good episode. And as long as the Duke Blue Devils don't scare me like that again, I will continue to remain unfazed.
Unfazed. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.